I've to 6F been with my boyfriend to 7M for 3 years. Our relationship has had absolutely no issues before this incident. He has been the perfect and most loving partner. However, last week, I came home from work to an intervention with all my close family and friends orchestrated by my boyfriend, who has apparently convinced them I'm a drug addict. For context, I have no history of drug use, no behavioral signs that would suggest addiction, and no reason for him to believe otherwise. I believe he knows I'm not on drugs because he has said things to my mom and sister that he knows to be untrue. That things have gone missing around the house they haven't, that I've used his credit card to withdraw money I don't even have his card details, and that I've been acting erratically, absolutely nothing out of the ordinary. When I confronted him about all of this, he said it's not about the drugs, it's about making sure you're safe. My partner is a psychologist and has convinced my entire family I am displaying all the hallmark signs of drug addiction. They all insist I'm in denial and that I need help. No one is willing to entertain my denials at all. My mom says she isn't willing to have me over to her house, and my sister won't allow me to see my nieces until I go to rehab. Based on conversations with my family and friends, I believe he's been spinning this story for several months now prior to staging the intervention. I'm super embarrassed as he organized for practically all my close friends, family, and even a work colleague attend the intervention. But more than that, I feel utterly betrayed and confused. I can't understand his motivation for doing this. Can anyone offer me some insight as to what is prompting this otherwise normal man to do this? Second story. After a first date, I asked the girl a common relationship question. Her answer shocked me. After a first date, I 26M asked the girl to forf over text if she was dating with the intent to marry. Below is her response. Actually, it's only 1 out of 5 whole paragraphs she sent me in response to my question. Needless to say, I sat there in stunned silence for a minute. I've never heard anyone say something like this before. I met her online and would describe her as quirky, but then again, so am I. When I date, I am looking for someone who has enough standards that reaches my expectations for breeding. I'm looking for good DNA for my future child, and I have a weird obsession for how I want my kid to look like and the personality traits. One more point of clarification for those asking why I would ask such a question after one date. We were talking about tattoos, and I said I would never get one because I couldn't decide. She said, so you have commitment issues. She later clarified that this was a joke, but it didn't sit right with me, and I took it seriously. Perhaps I shouldn't have in hindsight. I later reiterated my intentions to her, and that's when I asked her this question. I'll give y'all an update whenever I receive clarification from her. Like and subscribe for more stories.